when does it end? If we say we can't say the N-word, when does it end when we start banning language? Does this girl seem to you like she might be naturally intelligent, gorgeous, generous, exemplary, and radiant?
She didn't say it, so she spelled it. So is it different between white people saying the N-word versus spelling the N-word? I heard she had, threats on her life and different things like that.
Oh, that's probably why her comments are turned off.
Look, we know white people can't say it, but evidently she thought it was okay to spell the N-word.
And honestly, like putting the words that she was using next to it, energetic, great, that's almost like a mockery. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
That's not okay.
No, it's bad enough for black people for us to use the word. And we don't use it with the hard R.
And if you hear the hard R, you probably don't want to stick around because something's about to go down.
Basically what she's trying to do, she's trying to correlate, and I think it's correlate being vegan to racism. And I don't know what black people have to do with this. I'm a little lost on what this has to do with black people or what being vegan has to do with black people. I don't know many black people that are vegan to me. Dave's Chicken and Waffles, Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, maybe. Popeyes. But anyway, let's see what this vegan lady has to say about black people, racism, and veganism.
To those of you parents who really want to make sure that your kids are as racist as possible, the most despicable humans on this planet, here's what you can do. Teach them how to discriminate against animals, to be speciesist towards them, to hurt them for no reason other than taste pleasure. And that is what these parents are trying to do to their kid, to teach their child to be racist and to make sure that he dies a death as quickly as possible.
I don't know where she's going with this. I don't know. So I actually haven't watched this through, so I don't know where she's going with this, so I'm just as surprised as you are.
Is she trying to say that the way that black people were treated in the past is the same as the way that animals are treated on a daily basis because we eat them?
I'm assuming so.
If you hate your children as much as I think you do, you're going to want to introduce them to this show. It will teach them how to be racist, and it will also help them to die as quickly as possible. Let's go! Let's just get right into CoComelon, shall we? Now we're going to be looking at the parts where they are trying to kill your children. Now when this comes on the show, I want you to pause it and really point to the dead animals that are there. Make sure your children see them. Make sure that your children learn to be racist towards animals. So let's watch at the beginning. At first, it's kind of fun to get your kids into it, but don't forget you have to pause at the meat parts, at the dead animal parts, to make sure that your kids get it into their head that they should be eating more and more of those, okay? That's the quickest way to make sure that they die as quickly as possible. And it's totally legal. You're allowed to do this, actually. All right, let's watch.
When we look at things, sometimes we're like, this is my people. And my people, we do crazy things. But this right here, this is your people. And so your people have lost their mind. And I have no idea why she is on here talking about offing your kids. I don't even feel comfortable with saying, I don't even using the K word to your kids, but maybe the problem is maybe she actually needs to eat some meat. Maybe
it's a deficiency.
Yeah, she needs some healthy fats. And I'm not talking about fats from nuts because she's already nutty enough. I'm talking about some animal fats. Maybe she needs some of that in her diet.
Let's go. I've got Did you see that? I've got chicken nuggets. Look at that. The child is grabbing the chicken nuggets with their mouth open and a big smile. This is how you do it, guys. If you really want your children to go to a quick grave, you show them this. Now remember, of course, it's so important that you stop it at this part and you tell the children, you point to it and you say, kids, you have to eat more chicken nuggets. And, it's just a great way to get rid of your kids. I mean, most of you didn't want them to begin with. I know they were just accidents and, the abortion clinics were all filled up, so you're stuck with them.
So I did look at this lady, and it looks like that her vegan journey started in 2016. So I'm assuming that up until 2016 that she ate meat. For me, I'm seeing this veganism almost like from what she's saying, and this is not all vegans, but from her, almost as a religion.
Yeah, almost like a cult or something. Yeah. Like reborn, like this is what I believe now, and now everybody needs to believe it and follow me.
I'm doing the right thing, and all you are bad. each one of you are bad. You have
Yeah.
no idea how terrible you are. There are some valid things in what she's saying as far as some of the treatment of the animals and things like that, but the message and how it's being put across is like, what, I mean...
That's what I don't understand.
Having the N-word a part of anything that you have to do as far as animals or veganism, I don't think is appropriate. The only thing that you're doing is that you're turning people off to your message, and actually you're making people actually hate you. And so you may have a valid message on some things, but the way that it's being portrayed and some of the things that are being linked to the message are just disgusting. It seems like to me that vegans might have a lot of disgust for black people because we eat a lot of chicken. From reading some of the comments, I think a lot of people don't agree with her. But also, I've seen some other videos because once I went down this rabbit trail, I kind of wanted to see like what other videos she was making. A lot of the comments are turned off on her videos, and I wonder why. I want if your message is so powerful and that you're reaching the masses, why are the comments turned off on your videos? Are vegans trolling people now? Is this what vegans do?
Like you said, she probably could just take her message in a different direction and talk about the health benefits, and then maybe talk about what meat could do to your arteries and your heart and so on and so forth. Or
talk about the treatment of the animals and how they're treated.
even
I mean,
that too, yeah. But this,
yeah. It's like the shock value. It's like I want to shock. You may be getting views, but are you getting the right views for the message that you're trying to put out? Or people hate watching. Just to watch to see what you say to not like you. And then they go out and have a big hamburger afterwards.
If you want your kids to grow up to be racist, that's what you do. That is showing racism towards animals. And it's also teaching them how to be really mean, like vegan phobic. If you want your kids to be vegan phobic, that is to shove dead animals into the faces of vegans who don't want to hurt them. That's exactly what you do. Vegan phobia, perfect example right there.
Crazy people are everywhere. And like I said, maybe if she had a little more fat in her diet, animal fat, maybe she wouldn't be out here making these crazy ass videos.
and my people.
The next video will be my people doing things inappropriately. Because unlike white people, we tend to do things inappropriately.
Oh no, we do things inappropriately too, like dance.
Yeah, it's terrible. Very bad.
No, I even will go out dancing with you, and then like I'll happen to just like look over, and if I look at a white person too long, I get off beat.
Yeah, y'all's off rhythmness is contagious. You'll mess up a whole room. White people, one white person will mess up a whole room of black people dancing. When white people go out dancing, they have their happiest of time. But, you know, maybe this lady should go dancing. Maybe take her to a black club, introduce her to some Heinekens and some E&J and some gin. I don't want to say gin juice. And then once she gets drunk, give her some of that fried chicken that we have out in the parking lot.